Hello, my name is Robert Lyon. I build automated businesses for people like you. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to build a audience business or a influencer business. Okay, so this kind of business model is all about selling ads and promoting other people's products. Now you have to take this serious if you really want to be a influencer or build an audience business. The main way that you're going to build this business is by creating lots and lots of content or highly focused content. Okay. And in the beginning, a really good way for you to do this is just to run a lot of ads, and I know that's not what anybody wants to say. You can also grind it out and you can really just do SEO and figure out, how to rank your videos and how to make great content or just make really, really good content consistently. Okay. But the way that the world of content is coming out right now, you're going to have to post every day almost, but you can really make a lot of money because businesses need places to run their ads on. Okay. And it doesn't just have to be video content. Okay. It can be blogging. That's still a really big thing. And if you can write really good and smart words, people that are really good and smart will find your content very, very interesting. You can make audio, you can make podcasts, Joe Rogan or anybody else. There's tons of ways. You just start off by getting a mic and recording yourself. Like, I have a big podcast. I love it. Check out The Lion Show. And basically, or you can do video. Those are like the three main things. Or you could write books. That's technically an ad and a customer, but we're not really talking about that. Or you just take really good pictures, or you make little tiny TikToks, or whatever your niche is, whatever you feel most comfortable, and you just get really good at your craft. Okay. And that's kind of how this all starts. But it's just like any other business. You're going to have a product. Your product is going to be ad space on your content. Okay. And the real way that you're going to figure out how to do this is to, from the jump, have it in mind that you're going to find products to sell, and you can sell affiliate products, you can advertising to your list, to your audience, have them in your videos. You can get clothing and brand sponsorship, but you have to have this is a serious part of your business is going to be actively reaching out to brands. Okay. And trust me, in the future, if you can go viral on TikTok or if you can drive traffic to people's websites, content creators and audience business people are really going to need you. Okay. That's just the truth, because the cost of ads is always going to be going up. The organic reach is going to get to a point where they don't want to give you any organic reach because they want you to spend money on ads. Okay. So if you're a content creator and you already get that organic following, or you can build a following of people that are like-minded, it's incredibly powerful. And it's not something to sleep on. It's something to take very serious. Okay. But if you're going to become a serious content creator, influencer, audience business person, you got to make a lot of really good content, or you have to basically interview a lot of really good people. And this is going to sound kind of asinine, but if you want to be somebody who's followed by a lot of people, you kind of first have to become somebody who's worth following, if that makes sense. Okay. You have to understand your niche. You have to have a certain angle. You have to work out a lot or something, or you got to look really good, or you got to be funny. Pick whatever you're going to do. And then you're going to do a shitload of stuff, right? In the beginning, it's like you're just going to shotgun content. You're just going to blast out as much content as you possibly can. And then you're slowly going to find your voice, okay? Once you find your voice and your audience and kind of like your system for how you're going to be, delivering this much content in a way that actually gets attention and gets people to pay attention to you, that's when you're going to really start to make a lot of money, right? But you have to find your voice, and you have to start really broad and then narrow it down like you're talking to one person, all right? And this is one person. Remember, there's like 9 billion fucking people in the world. So at least, 1 million of those people will probably really find you amazing. You just got to get in front of them, okay? And the audience business, though, is really all about figuring out a platform, right, that can get you the most amount of eyeballs, and then being able to drive that traffic either to your own products or to other people's products. And you can, this is the whole thing, and that's the whole nutshell. All right, it's really easy to say, quite a bit harder to do. And there's a lot of ways that you can really get there. Like this kind of goes back to what I was saying about the courses, but what you want to do, or the services or whatever, but what you want to do is, if you're going to become an influencer, or that's like your MO, you want to do a lot of research. Okay, you want to basically find the top 100 influencers already in your niche, and just don't reinvent the wheel. Just take a look at what they're doing. Okay. And this is what I call go on a greatest hits campaign. Okay. You're going to look at all the people in your niche. You're going to figure out what their messages are, right? Maybe what their products are, what their brands are. Also find out how they're making money off their influencer stuff. But then just figure out what are their most viewed content, right? What is the angle of it? How do they do it? And then you're just going to start recreating it. You're going to start basically kind of mimicking them in a way. Again, we're just going real broad, but this is going to give you that chance to find your voice and tone it in. And you might as well just kind of try and pick their brains. Okay. So like great artists copy each other. Great artists steal. So you're just going to fucking steal their shit, and you're going to try, don't like say it word for word, say it in your own voice, because you have to be your own unique person when you're doing this kind of business. But figure out what they're doing and reverse engineer it so that you can start making money and start making a plan. And the biggest thing with the audience business is consistency. So you want to put out a show, as consistent as possible, or content as consistent as possible. And you want people to become engaged with it. You want to build a relationship, like one person at a time almost, until you're up to thousands, and then you're up to 10,000s. Because if you do a really good job with that one person, like if you do a really good job when your audience is small, you're going to do a much better job when your audience is big. And this is what I want you to do is, I never want you to necessarily like buy fake followers. It's not what you do. Because if you treat, when you're small, you have a really more engaged audience, you're going to be able to get them to go and buy something a lot easier, to be honest with you. So smaller content creators and smaller audience businesses are super powerful. And then once you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you're just going to have more power, and you're going to be more genuine. And you genuinely also have to figure out how to like hack the algorithms for each one of these social media platforms, or whatever platform you're going to be delivering your content on. You have to figure out how to get in front of as many people as possible. And you always have to be experimenting. Okay. And like, there's always going to be these breakout things. Like, you remember there was a thing called Clubhouse, like everyone was like free. I literally was selling passwords for people to get on Clubhouse, and now nobody gives a shit about it. TikTok is kind of the new thing now, but there's always going to be a new breakout platform, and you have to be out there kind of experimenting and finding these platforms before anybody else does, and then building a presence on there. And that can be a really big advantage. Okay. And you want to find somewhere where that can be your own community too. So this is probably going to be like an email list, or a Discord, or a Facebook group, or something. This is besides all the social media platforms, okay? Because you never want to just have one source. Like in the beginning, you'd probably be best qualified to find one product, or one platform and one message that works, and then you just fucking hone in on that thing and you ride it all the way out. But you want to be building your own audience on the side. That's where the real money is. The money isn't really made like getting, paid by YouTube in like AdSense. I mean, that's an added bonus, but the real money is made if you can cultivate a collection of people's contact information that are all interested and love you and know who you are and trust your brand, and then you recommend products to them, or you recommend your services to them, or you recommend somebody else's service to them, and you try and keep it all at the top level. Like, you really want to just work with brands that are on your frequency, brands that have your best interest for your customers involved, and basically just building this thing out. But you have to take it seriously. The thing that I was getting at too is consistency, and then really honing and finding your voice, and then hacking the algorithms of these different programs as much as you humanly can to get as many eyeballs and drive as much traffic wherever you want as possible. Those are like the key metrics of creating an audience business. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to find 100 influencers or 100 content creators that are in your niche, and you're going to look at what are their greatest hits. Okay. And when I say greatest hits, you're going to see what content do they make that performs the absolute best. And you're just going to take a crack at trying to make something like that. Or you're going to try and, it doesn't have to look like it. It just has to have like the same idea maybe, and see if that resonates with an audience. Use that and then keep building those and keep experimenting again until you find your real voice and your real audience and figure out what you want to say. Because when you find your voice, it's going to be a lot simpler than just having, when I say voice, I hope it could just be pictures of your ass. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're going to find what works basically. You're going to find your niche. My bad. You're going to find your voice. You're going to find your thing that drives traffic. Okay. And you're going to just double down on that. And this is kind of like what's going to basically break you out is like, once you become really famous for that one thing, then you can branch out and start doing all kinds of shit again. But you have to become known for one thing specifically, one thing that gets you, because people are kind of stupid, right? If this is the metaphor, you can be a Buddhist, right? You can love Buddha and worship and do all the things. And you could even be a nudist. Like if you're a really cool nudist and you kind of hang out, but as soon as you become a nudist Buddhist, people think you're too woo-woo and you're too weird and they're not going to listen to you anymore. And that's nothing against anybody if there's all the nudist Buddhists out there. But if you're too weird and too everywhere, like I am, I have this issue, then they're never going to basically consolidate you in their mind. Like you're not going to take up a specific part of their brain. Like you're going to just be like, oh, that's that one person. Whereas if you are the expert in real estate and you hold that in their mind and you crystallize in your mind, that guy is an expert at real estate. That's how they're going to remember you. They're not going to be able to remember all the other stuff that you do or all the other stuff. So, but you need to crystallize your voice. But then once you get to that upper echelon that everybody wants to be as an influencer or an audience person, then you can kind of go branch out and do whatever you want. But when you're just starting out, you start with shotgun approach where you blast as much content as you can, you find your voice, and then as soon as you find your niche, you find the top 100 influencers in that niche, and then you try and recreate their greatest hits, okay? And then once you find something that really works on whatever platform or whatever medium that you're on, you got to go all out with that for a while, all right? You got to ride that bad boy all the way up until you got this huge following, and then you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want, you know what I mean? Obviously, you want to keep it in your niche or in your area, but then this is when you can start making money. So the truth is, though, you could probably start this business without never not making money. It's just kind of how most things are. It's like you gotta pay your dues basically before you start making the big bucks. But you could also just start by finding different affiliate programs, and then just create like 100 videos on each specific program. So like you can find. Let's take a look at this real quick. If you wanted to make this business real quick, I'm just really into this stupid website that I found recently. So it's called Exploding Topics. So you can come here and you can find things that are trending, right? Gotcha game. I don't know what that is. Mobile game, monetized via randomized virtual goodies. Okay, so like you could just make a shitload of content about the gotcha game because apparently it's taking off right now. Or you can go on Reddit and you can find things that are trending, that are popular. And you can find things that are popular and you can ride the bandwagon like that way. And that's a good way to really get a following in the beginning. So you just find trends and you kind of be like a trend hopper in a way. So the gotcha game, I don't know. You can basically find what's happening with it. You can create your own little niche and you can start talking about it. That's actually another good segue that I kind of want to talk about because it's real important. So let's say you are willing to do the news, all right? That's a way that you can almost guarantee becoming successful, all right? Because it's not necessarily going to be like the first day or the first month, but if you just talk about trending topics, right? If you go on Twitter and you see the trending topics and then you make a post with all of those hashtags in it, you blow up. Like it's the craziest thing. Or if you talk about trending stuff, you also don't have to be creative to do this business. You'll find your voice, but you just talk every day and you make a show just about trending topics. I was thinking about doing this actually. I was going to call it, coffees and trends or whatever. And I was going to wake up early and I was just going to make videos on what's happening in the world every day. If you've ever seen the DeFranco show or Jamie DeFranco, whatever his name is, he's cool. He started out doing this. And the reason that the news stuff works so well and you can start just doing ads, or Kevin, what's his name? Meet Kevin. He's a great example. He just talks about what's happening in the world, and he kind of became this broadcaster, and now he's almost larger than life, and he sells anything from stocks to real estate and all kinds of stuff. And you can basically just talk about trending topics, right? And then you can sell ad space and things like this. And it's almost inevitable that you're going to have a topic that you're going to be one of the first people to really talk about, okay? And then it's going to fucking blow up, especially if you're on it. If you wake up and you could do like a 30-minute video every day where you literally just talk about the trends, and then you just put the hashtags for all the trends in it. And then this is going to take off, because what do people want to know? They want to stay up to date with the news. And a lot of times you might be able to get in on I actually did this. So when the GMC, AMC stock trading stuff happened, I made a piece of content that came out before it all blew up. I said, oh, this is happening, because I read about it on Reddit, because I'm one of those weirdos. And I had found it, and that video got more views than almost anything else on my channel, as well as more downloads on my podcast. And it's because people want to know what's going on. It's one of the fastest ways to really build an audience business and start getting paid, because you'll blow up on one of these videos and you'll start getting tons and tons of traffic. And you literally just go to like Reddit, Twitter, Google Trends, and you just see what's happening in the news, and you just talk about the biggest stories. And you can make it fun, you can make it jokey, and you can even find your own little niche. Like that's what you can find your political party and just talk about shit over there, or you could find your conspiracy party and just talk about conspiracy things that are in the news. And this can be kind of like a new way for you to grow your audience super, super fast. And it's just really a powerful way, because it's almost inevitable, if you just did that every single day, that you would probably pick up one story that nobody was really talking about, and then all of a sudden it'll fucking blow up, and your video will be the only video for a period of time, and you'll just get 1 billion fucking views and followers. It's actually a pretty good niche. You have to be kind of interested in the news and things like that, obviously. So maybe find something specific about the news that you enjoy talking about, or that you're into, and it's kind of like a form of journalism, and you can become a audience creator or an influencer that way. And that's like a guaranteed way pretty much to really get into it. Back to if you just wanted to make money and not go for the fame, but just go for like the profits, but still be like a content creator or an audience builder. So you would just find products that you like, right? So online products that have really good affiliate programs. ClickFunnels is like the biggest one in the world. So if you want to become like a ClickFunnels affiliate, you literally just sign up. And then if you just make 100 videos all about ClickFunnels with your affiliate link, with the whole idea would be like have one product, right? Or one personal brand. Like that's kind of the way that I would do it if I was going to do it. I would make my personal brand. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. What am I talking about? So I would have my personal brand, right? And this took me a long time to figure out, because I'm the guy that builds fucking businesses, right? So I've built hundreds of goddamn businesses. And then I've realized, well, I should just build my own personal brand. I should just come back to my brand. And then my brand can be whatever I want it to be. And I can branch out in all these different directions, but I can keep all the traffic just focused on going to, my website, robertrlion.com, or The Lion Show. And it can all just kind of come there, and then I can sell from there, right? That's kind of what I figured out. Maybe you don't want to have your personal brand because you haven't necessarily found your voice or what you're going to do. And that's okay. Then you want to build something kind of larger than life and drive all the traffic to that. Especially if you're going to do like a news thing, you could do your name for the news, but you could also do like a specific section of the news, or you could do a specific section of fitness. And then you just want to figure out, you're going to drive all the traffic to it. But anyways, you find one link, right? You find one link that sells really well. So honestly, the product that I make the most money for affiliate stuff is batch leads. Now, I was in the real estate stuff, or I still am. But I mean, I make thousands of dollars every month being an affiliate for batch leads. So if I was really smart, what I would do is I would just make a shitload of videos on batch leads. And the only link I would have in the description or anything that I would do would be to my affiliate link. And I would just make a ton of videos about batch leads and how amazing they are and how to use their product. It doesn't even have to be how amazing they are. You can even do like a review on the product. You can do how to use the product. You can do what not to do on the product, or how to coach people how to make more money with the product. And you would just you pick one affiliate link that sells, sells, that does really good for you. And then you just make like 100 pieces of content on that one link, okay? And all that content is eventually going to get some traffic if you're doing a decent job, and it's all just going to drive to that affiliate link, and then you can start making a lot of money. And the cool thing about YouTube is it's one of the largest search engines in the world. So it's not like Instagram or Twitter where you make a post and then it's gone in 15 seconds and no one's ever going to see it again, even though those platforms have their own gamification where you can really figure out how to get a big following. But that's kind of a way that you can just start making money from day one. And you can even make videos where you're not showing your face. So you can become an influencer that just makes like PowerPoints or just uses the software, and you just record the software and it all just goes to that one link. And that's another great way to make a lot of money. And the leverage of this is if you create enough content or you create a brand where you don't show your face even, then you can hire somebody to make the content for you on the platforms, and it's done. So you figure out a niche. So you go shotgun style, right? You figure out your niche, you figure out your voice, and then you find the top 100 influencers in there. You try and recreate what they're doing. And then once you have a massive following, you can hire somebody else to run the channel because the following is there. Hopefully you find somebody who's likable and they care about, and you can keep going. Or you hire a bunch of VAs to make a whole bunch of content on an affiliate link that's selling really well for you. And boom, you've just created a leveraged audience business. Okay, so this is just kind of a long rant on how to become an influencer and how to make money becoming an influencer. And I call it the audience business. But I think the real sweet spot is getting so big that you get brand deals, okay? And if you're going to get brand deals, you have to have a whole part of your business specifically focused on, number one, reaching out to these brands, okay, and pitching them on your idea and being confident, okay? So you can do this through cold email or cold DMs or whatever. And you basically just want to be reaching out like every day. Just fucking throw in cold emails and cold outreach out to these different brands and be like, look, I'm a content creator. I'm doing really good on this platform. If you are interested, maybe we can work out something. Or if you have an affiliate link, I love your product and I'd like to work with you. And that way, you're in control and you're never going to have a dry spell because you're eventually going to get somebody who's going to be willing to invest in your business. It might not be as much as you want, but then you're going to do a really good job promoting them, and they're going to say, hey, look, like this is actually kind of working. This could be our influencer. And you could even get a full-time job just promoting their stuff, and they could pay you a salary, or they could basically pay you per ad or per view or whatever it is. But it has to be, you have to have that locked in, that's what you're going to do. Like you're going to build this big audience and you're going to have this specific niche, or you're going to be yourself. And as yourself, there's things that you like and other people like that you like them and they start liking it too. And that's what influencing is. You're literally influencing other people to like kind of stuff because they like you. And then you drive traffic wherever you want. So you become really good at just driving traffic to these different offers and different sites. And you can do it in a genuine way, and you don't have to be scammy about it. You can literally tell people like, hey, look, I really like this product. Here's an affiliate link. If you buy, I make a little bit of money, and I hope that you guys like it too. That'd be great. Things like this, okay? But you really got to, find your voice. You really got to be consistent, all right? And you can't quit. The biggest thing about being a content creator is I would say it might take 5 years for you to get there. But then in 5 years, you're going to be there anyways, and then you'll have a massive following because you focused on this, and you'll be making stupid amounts of money. There's nothing more powerful than having a group or a tribe of people that are interested in something that can make you money. Like it doesn't matter. And like, I mean, there's kids on YouTube that play with toys and review toys and make more money than anybody you know every month. Millions and millions and millions of dollars playing with toys. So pick your niche, figure out what it is that you really love anyways, and you could talk about for hours, and then figure out an affiliate link. I mean, you can sell products on Amazon, Walmart, Target. If you don't know how to do that stuff, leave a comment down below and I'll make a video going in more depth on finding, specific niche affiliate stuff so that you can sell. But I think the sweet spot is getting time management down, right? Like having when you're going to publish something, because if you publish something at 5 o'clock every single Wednesday, then people are really going to start looking forward to 5 o'clock on Wednesday, you're going to publish something, especially if you let them know when you publish stuff, right? And if they know when you're going to publish stuff, then they're going to be ready and they're going to watch it. And then that's how you can build every day at Wednesday at 5:00. He's going to put something out. She's going to put something out, and I'm going to watch it. And they become a creature of habit, right? So then you're basically getting them into the mode. And the best way to monetize your stuff or the order is first you hit them with a hook, right? This is the content breakdown. Hit them with the hook, give them some content. In the middle of the content, you sell an ad space, right? And then you give them the sweet, cherry at the end, and then you leave them with a cliffhanger for the next episode, right? That's what every television show you watch does, essentially. they get you hooked in at the beginning. They give you some content. They sell you something in the middle. They give you some more content, and then they hook you at the end to watch the next video. Right? And if you could come up with a process that creates some sort of momentum like that, or you create a series of videos where once you finish this episode or these series, you're going to learn this, or you're going to get this result, or you're going to follow along on my journey, blah, 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 you can make a fuck ton of money. And going forward, like if you didn't blow up on TikTok, don't sleep on TikTok. You can still make a shitload of money on TikTok, but there's going to be other platforms that give you organic reach. And it's all about getting that experimenting period. So if you are consistently reaching out to people, and then you're also consistently experimenting on new platforms and building audiences in new places, or experimenting with your content and finding new ways to gamify the system and beat the algorithms and stuff like that, you're going to be successful. All right. You just have to have the commitment, and then and make sure, like, the first money you get, invest it back into the business. You can literally start an audience business with just a stupid phone. Okay. And then once you start making money, start buying microphones, start buying better cameras, start buying props, or going on vacations to weird places and recording it. All right. So this is how you can make a lot of money in building an audience business. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to talking to you in the next one.